This is a band that was pretty new. I discovered these guys through YouTube. I was just watching YouTube, and the Glorious Sons had a song called Panic Attack, and I knew that there was something special about them. I bought this on eBay, and it's pretty great. These guys don't make bad songs. These guys, pretty perfect through and through. I'm working on adding them to my list of bands because, man, Glorious Sons, they are glorious. Now we're going to get into my Goo Goo Dolls collection. I only got two Goo Goo Dolls. Dizzy Up the Girl, which is a classic, and my favorite, Gutter Flower. That's a really great album cover too. Man, that white square. That white square. That white square just does it. Targ. Hey, buddy. Goo Goo Dolls. We are going through, I've got Good Charlotte with that album, The Young and the Hopeless, The Chronicles, and Good Morning Revival. I have memories of high school, like sitting in class and talking about this album with two of my best friends that were females, and man, wow. This one, that one's pretty perfect. That one's pretty perfect. This one kind of has some moments, and I actually, this one took a little bit of getting used to. Very strange album from Good Charlotte, but really good. You guys want a download code from 2007? You got it. You got it. You can have it. You download those Good Charlotte bonus tracks or whatever that was to your heart's content. Just subscribe or like or whatever. Now we're into my Gorillas collection. We got Gorillas, Demon Days, and a new one, Song Machines. This is a really interesting band. Got me into a lot of different kinds of music. That's without a doubt the best, but really great band. I always find myself wishing that the Gorillas were kind of more rock and roll, and I feel bad about that. Like, I know they're experimental, but I kind of wish they were more experimental rock and roll instead of like experimental la 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 la. You know what I'm saying? But I like the la 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 la. I just wish they didn't do so much la 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 la. You guys don't know what I'm saying. Now I got the biggest chunk of them all. Oh no! I can't carry all these. Look, this big old chunk. Buddy, you better move. You're going to get squished by Green Day. Green Day. Look, I got Green Day up here. I got Green Day there, Green Day there, Green Day there, Green Day everywhere. Hey, buddy, it's just a thunderstorm. Green Day are the greatest rock band of all time in history and poop and space and coffee. So I originally, I'll just tell you, me and my mom were driving to school and we heard Good Riddance on the radio. She bought me this out of one of those catalogs, and this changed my life because nothing else on this sounds like Good Riddance, right? It's all a bunch of crazy, filthy punk rock, and I was blown away. Even though it was dirty, my parents liked it too, and we fell in love, and we became Green Day super fans. So I got Nimrod, and then I kind of casually followed them through Warning, International Super Hits, Shenanigans, and then they kind of had the falling out right before American Idiot. And then it was during the International Super Hits and Shenanigans era that I fell in love. And just look at this. Look at this stack. This is the Green Day collection right here. Just the CD compact disc. I got this one on Digipack, which actually won a Green Day contest when I was purchasing something. Revolution Radio, maybe? I am not crazy about the Lookout era of Green Day. Dookie I've gotten sick of it. I know that it's considered one of the greatest albums of all time. I have played this to death. Oh my gosh. I am in the top 0.01 percentile of Green Day listeners, and I don't know how many times I listen to Dookie, but my good Lord, I'm sick of hearing Dookie. It's great. I love it, but I'm sick of it. Insomniac, I love it, but don't really listen to it a lot. This is the greatest piece of art that's ever existed. This CD is an original 97, and it plays better than my new 2023 CDs. This is life. This album is life. It's better. It's better than everything ever. This album is this is almost as good. If it weren't for the nostalgia of Nimrod, I would say maybe Warning could be potentially second best. Then international super hits. Other bands take note. Chronological order is GOAT. Chronological order is GOAT. Green Day, their B-sides are better than your greatest hits. Okay? This is, if Shenanigans were considered a record, I might put this one above American Idiot, because I am an American Idiot. This is American Idiot. This is the story of Ragin' Love, the story of my life. Oh, man. Bullet in a Bible celebrates the American Idiot era with some of the best performances. I wish that they had put all of the performances from Milton Keynes on here. What the heck's up with that, Green Day? You stupid jerks. I love you. Please promote me somehow. 21st Century Breakdown tried to live up to the American Idiot hype and did pretty good. It's a really great listen. Only a few missteps on there, but it was followed by this American Idiot on Broadway, which I did get to see. The American Idiot project acted out, and it was amazing. Highly suggest that. There's some blended tracks where they blend some 21st Century Breakdown elements into the American Idiot songs. I had a person get mad at me because I bought this to hear that one new song, but it ain't that new. Cigarettes and Valentines. Uno, dos, tres. And because none of you bought it, there's these weirdos on the back. Is that Billy Joe? Is that Mike Dirnt? No. Is that Trey Cool? We don't know. It's all very confusing to us, and we're very confused. Our chihuahuas are shaking from the storm. Am I Bleeding? And Demolicious, my least favorite Green Day compilation. Still pretty darn good, though. I love the artwork. But the thing that I don't like about Demolicious is that Green Day are such high caliber artists. Their demos are basically the finished product. So if you listen to a demo of American Idiot, say American Idiot, the title track, it's going like the lyrics are the same and the music is the same. It's just like a little bit rougher. So what's the point in that? It kind of makes me poops my jazz. Revolution Radio got some issues with the packaging. They don't like the credits don't seem accurate, and I'm very angry about that, buddy. Then we got another greatest hits, kind of a little bit thrown together compared to international super hits, but it does cover a lot of the big ones. It does skip some, which irritates the poop crap out of me. Father of All Unicorns. Why do you guys not like this? This is great music. It's amazing. They don't call it the father of all mother bleepers for no reason. They call it that because it's the greatest, right? It was going to be called American Idiot 2, but it was too good. It was too good. So it couldn't have been part 2, because sequels are inherently worse than the original. Aliens. And then I got this cool gem, Green Day Bluegrass. Picking on Green Day, a tribute from 2004 off CMH Records. It's got Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, Coming Clean, which is a deep cut, Time of Your Life, Longview, Maria, which is a deep cut, Fawed, Nice Guys Finish Last, Warning, and When I Come Around. Let me show you guys. These are the guys that did this monstrosity, and I love it. It makes me happy. That was my Green Day collection. Now we're moving on. Bop doop dop bop doo bop. Remember Nate Barber with his Christian solo record? This is His Holy Hill. If you can get your hands on this, pretty cool. I used to have a t-shirt with these guys. Pretty great. All Our Praise, His Holy Hill. Well, that's a one-off, so I'm pretty excited about this. This is one of my favorite album covers of all time. Institute. This is a side project by Gavin Rosdale from Bush. I suggest Boombox and Ambulances. Jay-Z, Linkin Park, Collision Course. I was hoping that Collision Course was going to be like an ongoing thing from MTV. It's got a DVD, all kinds of cool stuff. Jay-Z, Linkin Park, wow, just incredible, incredible. Because dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. I remember my mom taking this out of the cabinet in the kitchen, and she's like, here, have this Jewel CD. And, wow! Wow! Oh! Cletus T. Judd, this is interesting. I stole this record. He's the Weird Al Yankovic of country music. He's doing some serious stuff now, which is interesting. Now we're going to get into a little bit of a guilty pleasure because there's so many of these, and gosh, he makes me feel like an idiot now. That's a big chunk. We got, you would know him as the Devil Without a Cause. Yeah, Kid Rock is awful now, but his music, pretty darn good. I went back and got the grit sandwiches for breakfast, and I want you guys to see what Kid Rock looked like in 1989 and 1990. If I can show you this bullshit. I just cussed on camera. This is a pure 100% rap album, and it made me cuss just now. Then you got the album that everybody knows him for, Devil Without a Cause. Man, I was getting into rap metal and punk rock, and this was just something else. This one you can't find on streaming services anymore, and it's incredible. The red, the white, the blue. Those were his biggest, most successful albums. Just perfect music. I got in trouble for having this one. Hank Jr. doing some cool stuff. Some Cadillac, you know what. This is another live album. Just like the greatest hits live. Then you get Rock and Roll Jesus, Born Free, and incredulously, First Kiss. I skipped Rebel Soul. It's the only Kid Rock album that I don't particularly like. And Southern Sugar, I like it, but I don't own it because Kid Rock is Kid Rock now. So, but I really enjoy his music. You know, I don't really give a crap about politics, but man, sometimes some people, And I like it when musicians talk about politics, but Kid Rock, creepy. All right. Now we got the Killers. I only have this one and the Pressure Machine. I'd say most people have that first one and then don't have this one. This one's pretty good. This one's perfect. All right, perfect record. There's only just the Killers have really upped the quality, in my opinion. I think they've gotten better. They really surprised me. I didn't think the Killers were going to be a band that were putting out records like Pressure Machine. But man, greatest hits. I absolutely love Word Up, Another Brick in the Wall. Y'all Want a Single. Right Now is my rager. If I'm mad at you, I put on Right Now and I just stare at you. And then when it goes off, I turn it back on and stare at you. I can't control myself. I know I hate you. Korn, I don't have any Korn albums except for the greatest hits. And it's pretty darn good, man. There's 19 tracks on here. And you can just listen to it all the way through. They got a DVD live at CBGB's. And this just smells good. Oh, poop. This is another one-off. We got lots of, they covered up. Lars Friedrichsen and the Bastards, Viking. I bought this one for, what was it? Switchblade, featuring Skinhead Rob. And My Life to Live, featuring Tim Armstrong. I can't show anything. Oh yeah, I can't show. This has got some dirty pictures in it. You should buy it. You should buy it for just My Life to Live. That's one of the greatest songs ever recorded, and that's why this is in my collection right here beside L-E-N, Lynn. You guys tell I'm a 90s kid? Whoa! Steal My Sunshine, yes, is amazing, but this whole record is amazing. Cryptic Souls Crew, Beautiful Day, featuring Biz Markie. Feeling alright. Cheeky Burger, Big Meanie. This is just, you need to hear more of the Steal My Sunshine band. They should have been like bigger than Elvis, bigger than the Beatles, bigger than anyone ever. LFO, I always give these guys credit. Now, I think they've had some bad luck. LFO are the most creative boy band ever. This is a great record. This is called Life is Good. Every song is a banger, and these guys were they look pretty, but they were the brains as well. They played some instruments, they wrote some songs, they made some, I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but. Now we have, I wish this was bigger, my Linkin Park collection. That one is a must. This one, Minutes to Midnight, and, oh, I got them out of order. Shame on me. Meteora and Minutes to Midnight. I feel like I used to have way more Linkin Park CDs, but the booklets didn't have a whole lot to offer me. Man, these guys are amazing. I would say probably Minutes to Midnight is my favorite. Really great band on kind of a temporary hiatus. I don't know how we're going to get through this. What has happened to Linkin Park? We got to get them back. We got to get them active again. I just pulled a pretty big chunk out of there. I don't even have like the most famous ones, but this is live. I got the early stuff. Mental Jewelry. The Distance to Here. I got this one at the Jockey Lot. I don't know where I got that one at. And The Best Of live. Now, I remember this album. I actually got to be late to school to see the video debut of Dolphins Cry. And MTV, they made it seem like at some point in this video, the entire earth was going to be swept away by this massive tsunami that just destroys everything. And it was like the band playing with like water running over their feet. It was ridiculously disappointing. But actually, I know it's a hot take, but Birds of Prey is my favorite live album with Heaven, The Sanctity of Dreams, Runaway, and What Are We Fighting For? And Bring the People Together. Mixed by Tom Lordange. I know I don't say names right, but check out this greatest hits. It's got everything in CD and DVD version. That's just an amazing deal. Get Live Greatest Hits. Their early album, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great stuff. Wow, wow, wow. Got some more Christian rock in Greg Long, Jesus Saves. And this has Mercy Said No. And that's the one that I'm pretty familiar with. Really great recommendation for Christian rock right there. Another great Christian rock record. We've got some more mixed in here with the Marilyn Mansons and Courtney Love's America's Sweetheart. I don't really like Hole. I don't really like Courtney Love, but Mono, the opening track, the greatest song I ever downloaded from iTunes, and I downloaded several billion songs from iTunes. But Julian, I'm a little bit older than you. Hold On to Me, all the bleeps. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good record. I'd say this is better than Hole.